Hi, this is Susan Ernst of Vibrant Growth Arts, and I'd like to show you the little palm books that I made for this year's 100-day project, which ran from the middle of February through maybe the third week in May. I decided this year I wanted to experiment with exposed spine bookbinding techniques. I'm very familiar with doing the various pamphlet stitches and other types of folded books, but I really wanted to develop the skill of different stitches that would be exposed on the spine. I wanted it to be small to fit in the palm of my hand because that would be a manageable size for creating every day. I am a paper maker. I've been making paper maybe close to 2 decades now. And so I have a lot. And I also do a lot of eco-dyeing, and so I have a lot of those papers. So my goal was to use my handmade papers and my eco-dyed papers to create these little books. And then I decided I wanted to work in a series of 5. And so for the most part, the groups of 5 books are all the same papers. So here's the first one that I did. This is a long stitch with kettle stitch. This is made from 100% cotton fiber, and the original cotton was from a sheet, a bed sheet, which I dyed and then cut and then beat in my beater and turned into paper. This is a piece of eco-printed paper. This is some vintage fabric. This is a little variation with a tie. This one incorporates a piece of dyed linen fabric over the spine with the stitches coming through. Here is a piece of cotton ribbon that I dyed with some plant material, I forget which. And then this is a little seed pod I'm using as a closure. The second set is using eco-printed papers, a combination of plain paper and book pages. And this is the Coptic stitch binding. This is eco-printed, and these are the colors that I got from the various leaves and flowers that I used. What I love about eco-printing is you get these just beautiful washes of color and prints of leaves. But sometimes the colors can be pretty bland or just very brown. So what I did one afternoon was I took some old watercolor paints that I had left over from an older project just in the pans in the palette, and then I reconstituted it with water and just went over the pages before I created the books. And I really, really like how that enhanced the eco prints. And because they were torn into smaller pages, there's an abstract quality to it. In other words, you don't always see the exact shape of the leaf. I just really, really like the patterning. Another Coptic stitch. I really enjoyed doing this. It was more time consuming than I wanted for this project, so I didn't do too many of these. There's some rust in these eco prints, which gave some really interesting effects. I've been asked, what will I do with these books? Am I going to add more to the pages? As of right now, I'm going to say no. My goal with these books was just to create them. And I will offer them for sale, most of them anyway. I've got some favorites that I think I'm going to keep for myself. And then we'll see. But I'm thinking mini collages might be nice in here. Some poetry, just some random thoughts. What I love about books is that they're so interactive. I enjoy working with texture and color even more than a final image. And so a book is a perfect format for being able to feel the texture.